Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. The tools I'll be using are, of course you got your turkey wings here. This is a right wing, left wing off a turkey. I'm going to be using these metal snips for snipping the actual feathers I want off of that wing. Then I got my little handy dandy board right here that I got a razor blade drove in the back of right there. That's what I split the quill with. And I've got my left wing, right wing choppers. Do you have to have all that? Absolutely not. You can do it with a pocket knife and a pair of scissors. Once I get those feathers chopped, I'll take them over here to my little 6-inch sander here, and I'm going to put them on this straight clamp and sand them on this wheeled part of my sander. That's a 6-inch. That's how I'm going to grind them down. So I hope y'all enjoy the video, and we're about to get started right now. Alright, so I got my wing here, and these feathers here are the primaries. These are the ones I want. You can use these, they're a little softer. I'm going to save them. I'm going to cut them off and I'm going to save them for later, but today we're just going to get these primary feathers off and go from there. So the way I like to do this is I get these snips, put it down here on the ground. There's one. I'm just coming down here. You can see, get these out of the way. These little feathers right here, you mostly quill till a couple inches out of there. I don't want all that quill. That's just more I'm gonna have to work around. So I'm just gonna snip, get in here and snip, snip, snip. Let me show you what's left there behind that. That's all that's left, is this little bitty piece right there. Anyway, snip, snip, snip. And that's it. You can see there. See how the wings divided into two sections there? That's the last feather on that primary. Those others are secondaries. I'm going to go ahead and just cut them off too, just to half, because a secondary feather is better than no feather at all. Times might get hard one day, and I'll at least have some secondaries. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is split this quill. There's a little groove that goes all the way along the quill, all the way to the end. It's already there for you as a guide. So I'm gonna stick it right on my little razor here. And I'm just gonna guide, just pull it and kind of guide it. The more of that quill I can take off, the better off I'll be when it comes to the sanding. I just got off a little bit on that one, but it's all right. All I gotta do is, I need my glasses. All I gotta do is get right back in there. And that's good right there. I'm not gonna use that very end there. Not hardly enough to glue. So all right, now this is a left wing feather. See how it's curved back at me? This would be sticking into the bird. If the bird was facing away, this is a left wing feather. All right, so I'm gonna grab my left wing feather chopper here. And the feathers are flowing back this way. You don't want to cut it backwards, because I promise you it'll be loud. You know how I know that? I've done it before. I cut a couple feathers and fletched up an arrow with them backwards, and yeah, they were really loud flying through the air. So the wind's blowing like this. Remember, I like to start at the back here first. That's like my primary area there, and I'm just gonna set it down right there. Make sure the quill is down flush with that metal band there. And I'm just gonna grab my hammer. Right, I like to do it on the concrete right here. And I'm just gonna, look at there, pop right out of there. Pretty as you can ask for. All right, I'm gonna set that there. Pick that back up, see what's left. Now I'm gonna stick it in there one more time. This is the little, you want your quill touching that right there. I'm gonna stick that right there. Slide it up just as far as I can. It's hard to get this in there because that quill is really stiff down there. So when you get it in there, you gotta hold it tight. I'm gonna hit this one right here. All right. So now we got two feathers out of that wing. Out of that, I mean, we got two fletchings from that feather. This is the one that was closest to the very end of the feather. See, you don't have a whole lot of quill there to deal with. This one, you got a good bit more quill to deal with. So I'm gonna take you over here now, show you how I get rid of that. If I'm doing a lot of them, I'll wear this mask because that white stuff in that quill goes everywhere. This is a straight clamp. I just clamp it on there. And you can see I got just a slight bit of quill overhanging here that I need to get off. This is the feather, the fletching that was closest to the end of the wing. Let me plug in here. All right, I'm gonna start with the sides. I just want it pretty much matching that clamp on both sides. That's all it took on that one. Now I'm just gonna get me a good flat surface there. That's all it took. That one's done. Just a little more right here. You want a good flat, smooth surface to glue to. There you go. Now this one, this was the one closest to the body of the turkey, so you got a lot more quill. See how thick that is right there? In comparison to my nail, you got all this is quill. That needs to come off. So this one's gonna take a little more work. A lot of people won't even fool with these. But first thing I'm gonna do, oops. That's pretty good. Let's hit this side. Took a lot of that off already. Give it one more go. All right, now I'm just gonna flatten it up. Take just a little more off of this edge. Flatten it up one more time. There we go. See how flat that is? Got rid of that excess quill. And that's how I do it. These will be on an arrow here shortly. Hope y'all enjoyed that.